Hello, everybody. This is Fernando for the latest casino podcast. I promised I was going to create some videos with regards to this new sub channel, talking about some tips and some guidelines and some advice on being able to make the most essentially out of what you can do in Las Vegas, especially with regards to the casinos there. And again, this all comes from just my own experience. I've been doing this for probably a good maybe 3 years now. I've been going multiple times each year, and I've been able to learn all these things on my own, so it's always good to share these with others out there. So, the first video I wanted to make with regards to tips has to do with traveling. And so I'll be able to share some of the best tip guidelines when it comes to traveling to Las Vegas and then also traveling within Las Vegas as well. So, traveling to Las Vegas, if you're out of Las Vegas and you're flying in, especially if you have to because, say, you live, let's say, 500 miles or more, it makes much more sense, of course, to fly in as opposed to drive around. So, the best airline that's been my experience has been Southwest Airlines for this. And the reason I mention this is because they have the whole best all around package. They have the lowest prices that I've seen. And this is me being the coupon guy that I am. I always try to see who has really the best price out there. I've checked that JetBlue, I've checked Delta, I've checked American Airlines, and I've checked Southwest using the resources like Travelocity and then using Expedia, just trying to make sure I can find the lowest prices. And by far, Southwest Airlines always has the lowest price overall, and they tend to have the best number of non-stop flights. For those that don't know, non-stop flights are essentially what they mean. They don't stop at other airports. They just go from your city to Las Vegas and then from Las Vegas back to your city. All one flight going to and from. And so, Southwest, I don't know if they have some special agreement with Las Vegas, but they seem to have the most number of flights going to Las Vegas. Each time I go in at the airport, there's like a whole section of the airport just filled with the instantly recognizable blue and reddish planes that they have there. And so you have nonstop flights, and you also have the lowest prices. Whenever I find the best bargains on Southwest flying to Las Vegas, it tends to be around $150 at the lowest. And one time I even was able to get it for like 135 one way. So multiply it by two, and it's less than $300 on there, which is phenomenal. And this is me coming in from Austin, Texas, over to Las Vegas. Other places, the same traveling, same distance, but for some reason, like Delta, American Airlines, they'll charge over $500 for the same flight. And then JetBlue, which is supposed to be the cheapest one touted out there, they still have a higher price than Southwest. Also, the reason I recommend Southwest too is because the fees in terms of baggage, you don't have to pay extra fees for it. They'll check your first two bags for free. So if you're carrying two pieces of large luggage, you do not have to pay extra for them. So that really helps as well too. And then also with Southwest, if you use the rewards program, then you'll start earning free airline miles, essentially free tickets, which I've been using all these past few times to Las Vegas. So many reasons that you see there that it works well. So traveling by plane, if you're going to Las Vegas, I highly recommend Southwest. Log online at southwest.com, create a rewards program, start earning those miles, and eventually they'll start rewarding you. Now, traveling within Las Vegas, shuttle versus the taxi. Do not take the shuttle. I do not recommend the shuttle at all. I tried it once, and I will never try it again. Taxis are definitely the way to go. So the minute you get into the airport, and you'll see a bunch of shuttles waiting around. Do not take those shuttles. And the reason for that is they are the same price as the taxi, but you'll be waiting far more time because the shuttle will stop at several hotels/casinos until they reach yours. So the one time I tried it, I was going, for example, to the Excalibur. Well, this shuttle decided to stop, I believe, at 4 casinos to let people off, and then it went to the Excalibur. So what should have been like a 15-minute drive turned out to be more than an hour on there. And the pricing was actually more expensive than a taxi itself. If you're doing, let's say, a trip from the airport using a taxi to the strip itself, if the traffic is good, which tends to be really good in the mornings, then you're looking at about 12 to 14 bucks. The shuttle itself ended up costing me more than 20 bucks on there. So you'll see the price difference. And this is especially true if you're carrying a group, because the shuttle will not care how many people are in the group. Everyone has to pay their own ticket. So if you're, let's say, a group of 4 and you're on the shuttle, then you're looking at nearly $80 on there. While the same group can just pay one price, one taxi price for the taxi drive itself. So let's see, $12 or $80, which would you pick on there? So that's why I highly recommend whenever you're traveling within the city itself, do not take the shuttle. Unless, of course, if you have a ticket and it's free, then if you don't mind the wait on there, then by all means. But otherwise, always take the taxi. And then for as far as sightseeing, touring within Las Vegas itself, the one option I really recommend is the Big Red Bus Tour. Essentially what it is, it's a big red bus, and it's one of those double deckers where it has the open top on the second floor, and so that way you can go on top and see Las Vegas and all of its glory on there. I've taken the day tour, but I haven't taken the night tour, and I might do that next time on there. But I highly recommend it because, especially if you go online like vegasforlocals.com, you'll see a 50% off coupon. So what should have been 39 bucks is now $18, and that's $18 for the whole day. And the Big Red Bus Tour does two things at the same time. It acts like a taxi of some sort, because it'll take you pretty much from one point of Las Vegas all the way to the other side of the Las Vegas city, and it'll still be the same price on there. So as long as you don't mind the shuttle going from one casino, stopping at another, it's a good way to actually experience several casinos throughout the day. Then it'll act as a taxi while you're seeing all the sights at the same time. So very cool stuff. Highly recommend it. So there you go, folks. The 3 travel trips that I recommend. The first one, again, Southwest for your airlines. If you're doing the airport to the hotel casino, do not take the shuttle, take a taxi. And then for traveling within Las Vegas itself, make sure that you can do the Big Red Bus Tour. You will not regret it. Also, if you're lucky enough and you happen to be like at an M Life resort down by the Excalibur, Luxor, MGM, the place where I usually go, there'll actually be little shuttle trains that are free that'll take you from one casino to another, and I do recommend those because they go by very quick. They're usually once every 5 minutes or so, and they're free 100%. So alright, thanks everybody. I'll create more videos soon about the casino and other tips. Take care.